Hey everybody, welcome back. Today, finally, I'm gonna give you a full tour to the entire setup, where I'm recording from and what I use, the equipment and everything. I did want to do that for quite some time, and finally today we're gonna do it. I did share with you a quick peek to the setup back in the day in an older vlog, but back then I did not go into specific details, all the specs, and since then I did upgrade almost everything on my setup, so it's about time. Let's go. Alright, so here we are. This is where I'm working from. This is my studio. That's where I play video games, that's where I edit videos, and also that's where I'm working from because I'm a freelancer UX designer, so also design projects are happening here. So yeah, this is probably one of my favorite spots in the world. I really love it. But before we dive into all the equipment and all the interesting stuff, let's get the boring part out of the way. And let us go to the background and let me show you what is happening at the back. So yeah, I lately switched from the blue purplish kind of coloring and changed it to refresh a bit. So now we have this combination between warm and cold. We have this orange at the top and kind of blue purplish at the bottom. Kind of tried something new. Maybe one day I'll go back to the blue and purple, but we'll see. So yeah, how do I achieve this? I'm using multiple type of lamps. So basically this is the spot that probably I invested the least amount of money. I could definitely get something way better. You get those standing lamps that looks like a thin pole, you know, those lamps. So those are fantastic RGB solutions and all that. But yeah, I had some lamps in my house, so I'm just using those, and it works well because it's at the back, so I'm okay with that, but maybe later on I will upgrade. Anyways, so yeah, I have on the bottom those two RGB lights, very simple lamps, as you can see. I had those in my house already. They're doing the job. Those are RGB lamps, so you can adjust those. And on the top, this one is just sticking weirdly, as you can see. Just I just needed something to complete the lighting in the back because it was not sufficient, so I just stuck it there like that. And yeah, that's not an RGB lamp, but it does the job. And here we got, this is my favorite one. I love this. Just look at that. That's my hand next to this bad boy. That's a very big and bloated bulb. Yeah, it's quite unique. The moment I saw that online, I ordered it. I knew that I want it. It's really cool. There's some appeal to it. And I think it looks really cool at the background while I play video games. So yeah, that's how I achieved this combination, this sort of a gradient from orange to blue-purple, from warm to cold, and I kind of like it. I think it's more unique than the previous, more common blue-purple vibe that I had. I think this one is more special. But again, maybe later on I will go back to it, to the blue-purple, because I liked it as well. I always try to change a couple of things and see what works the best. Oh, and by the way, if you wonder what is happening here at the back, what is this weird curtain? So it is a curtain, but it's also not a curtain. It's sort of a special acoustic curtain, and I'll explain what it means. So basically, where I live, I'm living next to a very loud intersection. I do plan to, by the way, move at one point, but it won't be right away. I'm actually, I will let you in on a secret. I'm kind of saving to buy a house. Until then, I'm here in this sweet studio apartment, but of course I don't want to live forever in a studio apartment. I'm not young anymore, so yeah, at one point I'm gonna move, and I'm planning on buying a house, but yeah, step by step, it's gonna take some time. However, for now, I'm living in this studio apartment, which is very close to a very loud intersection. So there's a lot of background noise, which when you're recording, it's a bit of a problem. So I try to install this special acoustic curtain. The way it works, it's like very heavy material. It kind of reduces the background noise. However, I do not recommend it. After trying it, after purchasing it, I did regret it a little bit because it does the job. I mean, it's basically does lower the background noise. However, considering the price and the result that you get, it just doesn't worth it that much. So it's definitely not blocking the background noise. It just reduces it to a certain level. The material is not that special or something. The reason it's pricey because you need to have a guy that take measurements and get it fit to the very last millimeter, so there won't be exposed edges on the ceiling and on the sides, because if there are exposed edges, then you cannot reduce the background noise, then it's not effective at all. So you have to get a guy to take measurements and all that, and you choose the color and the material, and then it comes again and install it. It's a whole thing, so that's why it's a bit pricey. Not like crazy pricey, but it is kind of pricey. And considering just lowering the background noise a little bit and not to a very dramatic extent, I'd say don't do it. Don't do it. I kind of regret doing that, but it's already done, so yeah. It's here, I guess. But today you can definitely solve everything that has to do with background noise with a lot of smart filters on your mic. If you're recording with OBS, you have multiple options. I use noise filters, but there are many great options. I know that NVIDIA got a great option. Of course, the best recommendation would be if you're recording any type of video, just find a place that you don't have background noise. That's the best solution always, but for me it's not possible at the moment. So yeah, that's what's happening in the background. I have the couch here, the TV here. Also I got the drawings here, and yeah, I always love to sketch portraits, and not only portraits, but yeah, I think I showed those in a very old vlog. And we have a guitar. I'm such a newbie with the guitar, but I can play a few songs. Yeah, just for the fun of it. Definitely not a pro. What else? So here I've got my MacBook Pro. Sometimes I like to chill on the couch and work from the couch, so not from my desk. So yeah, I got the laptop over here. Oh, by the way, remember this huge big bulb right here? You wanna see his kids? There you go. The children of the big bulb. There they are. I don't know, guys, it's not funny. I don't know what I'm doing. Never mind. What else? I have more drawings over here. Yeah, a lot of drawings. That's fun. Got some plants, candles, of course, some pop figures. You got the amazing Geralt of Rivia. Witcher 3 is my favorite game. You got Johnny Silverhand from Cyberpunk, and of course, God of War, because he's awesome. And okay, that's it, guys. This is it. It's time for the real deal. Let's talk about my setup itself, what's going on here. And okay, let's begin. There's so much to cover. I have a lot to say about what you're seeing here, but let's begin. So first of all, you got, I think this is the last thing I just upgraded. Basically, I installed it 3 months ago, I think. So those are acoustic panels. So if you do not know, acoustic panels got two purposes on paper. One of them is to, absorb the sound that is coming out, so you won't get like weird echo on your recordings. However, I definitely did not need that. I mean, okay, I'll say this. If you are like professional musician, or you have like professional podcast and all that, then yeah, you might want to get those and fill your walls so you won't get any echo at all. But considering I'm doing Let's Play videos, it's really not necessary. You do not need those acoustic panels. So I got those just for the second purpose that they serve, and that's the aesthetic value. It just looks good, and it did upgrade the looks of my setup dramatically. It looks way better just, if I compare it to the previous boring walls. So yeah, it looks way better now. And it's kind of, got this 3D thing going on. There are a lot of many cool designs for acoustic panels. So yeah, again, you don't need that for Let's Plays, that's for sure. You won't hear the difference. In Let's Play, you hear a lot, the game itself, and it kind of takes over. So people won't notice if you have acoustic panels or not by audio. But again, the aesthetic value, it's a lot of fun. I really like how it looks. So yeah, the gaming chair, I think it's a local brand, so I don't know if you can get it actually, but it is by Dragon. That's the name of the company, and basically just, a very generic gaming chair with the brand printed on. I don't have a lot to say about that. The only thing I can say about it, it looks good, it's black, it fits the design of my setup, but the next chair I'm gonna buy definitely not gonna be a gaming chair. Guys, let me tell you this, gaming chairs, they look cool, but they are not comfortable. That's a fact. They are not comfortable. If you want to feel comfortable and get something healthy, just get a decent office chair that supports your back as it should. And yeah, once this one gets a bit old, I'm gonna change to just a normal, comfortable office chair. Let's cover everything that has to do with audio, because I have a lot to say about that. And after that, we'll get to the lights and the camera and the monitors and of course the PC itself. Step by step, I'm kind of rushing this. So yeah, let's talk about the mic. Of course, I have a lot to say about the microphone. So I love my microphone, guys. I think this is one of the investments that I'm most proud of. So I think if you will have to consider audio and video when you're recording Let's Plays, if you want to invest on something and you have like limited budget and you need to decide between good microphone and good camera, go for the better microphone. I think if you have audio issues on your Let's Play, it will be usually more noticeable and more annoying to viewers. So good microphone means a lot. And I got the Rode Procaster and it's fantastic. I love how it sounds. Again, as I said before, this area got a lot of background noise, so I do use a lot of noise filters in OBS. And just for you to know that noise suppression and noise filters usually lower to some extent the quality of the audio coming out of your mic because you're putting some artificial patches on the original clean audio. So just to emphasize how good it is and how much I love the Rode Procaster, with all the noise filters that I'm using, you don't really hear the original quality and the maximum quality of this mic, but still I think it sounds great even with the filters. Really love this mic. Basically everything to do with the microphone I got from Rode, great company. So you got this shock mount, which is not that necessary, but yeah, I got it while purchasing the mic. I have this pop filter. This is the only thing of the microphone that it's not by Rode. So Rode official pop filter, it's like a huge big sponge and I don't like the way it looks on camera, so I just got this more elegant one. I found it on Amazon. I don't remember actually what brand it is. Maybe Roxanne? You know what, while editing the video I'll check it online and I'll let you know. So yeah, this pop filter from Amazon and the arm itself, that's also from Rode. One thing about the microphone, the Rode Procaster is a heavy mic. It's like it weighed a lot, so you need a solid strong arm. You have more simple arms, but this one is so steady and very comfortably adjustable. I love the products from Rode, they're great. Oh, by the way, I did forget to say something else about the microphone. The reason I love the Rode Procaster so much, I think in quality it comes close. It's not identical, but it does come close to the famous Shure SM7B. However, it's almost half the price. So yeah, that's something to consider if you want to get a very high quality of a dynamic microphone. So that's a great option in terms of value for money. Dynamic microphones are better at filtering the noise, but you need to talk close to them. You have to get it close to your mouth. It only picks what's really in front of it, so it won't catch a lot of background noise. Condenser mics, however, are very good at getting all the sound and noise in the area. So like if you have multiple people around the table, you can place one condenser mic in the middle, for example. That's a nice way to look at how useful condenser mics can be. But again, if you have background noise, go for a dynamic mic for sure. And last thing we're going to talk about regarding the microphone is how I connect it to the PC, because Rode Procaster, like a lot of microphones by the way, support only XLR connection. That cable over here that you see, that's the XLR cable. So XLR cables of course cannot be plugged directly into the PC. So for that you need an audio interface. Basically you can plug an XLR to an audio interface and the audio interface connects through a USB to the PC. So the audio interface, I'm using Tascam US1X2. It's very budget friendly, but still very high quality. And again, when you're talking about Let's Plays, usually should be enough. So that's regarding mic and yeah, audio interface. If you want to save some trouble, there are great USB mics. There's a lot of those. So if you want to save some trouble, you can go for that. That's perfectly fine, especially for Let's Play videos, it's enough. But the thing is, if you get an audio interface, then you're not limited anymore than any kind of microphone that you will get. You will be able to plug to your PC, XLR, USB, it just open all the options. So yeah, I like to have that option, so I'd go for an audio interface, but you don't have to. You definitely can enjoy a USB mic and have it more conveniently for sure. So that's the microphone. Let's talk about the camera now, and the video and the lights and how I get the image going. So as I said, if you want to save some money, you'd better save some money on video, not on audio, and you can definitely enjoy a webcam when you're talking about Let's Plays, because your image is usually kind of small at the corner of the screen. So again, for Let's Plays, you don't have to get a mirrorless camera. But yeah, I had the option, so I went for it. I'm using the Sony a5100, and I think it's a fantastic camera for Let's Plays. However, you want to take into consideration the fact that it is only 1080p resolution. So again, because I'm doing Let's Plays, it's more than enough. But if you're doing, I don't know, vlogging and a lot of outdoors videos and stuff like that, and you want to get like a decent 4K camera, that's definitely not for you. However, if you're doing Let's Plays, I definitely recommend this one. Great quality, also small and kind of light if you compare it to other cameras. And this one is plugged to the PC through Elgato Camlink, 4K Camlink. So, of course, no image will be good enough no matter what camera you use, webcam or mirrorless camera, if you don't have decent lights. Lights are very, very important. Those are make or break the video quality. So I'm using two lights of the same brand. Let's see right here. I'm using the Godox LED P260C. That's a lot of numbers and letters, but that's what I use. As you can see, I'm not using it on 100%. So if I want to get it even stronger, then I have the option. Yeah, they're doing the job. Those are amazing. I'm using like a standard stands. I don't have too much to say about those. Also for the camera, like, it's a very cheap stand. I got one of the cheaper ones that I saw. We're getting close to the PC itself, to my rig and the specs that I have. That's the juicy stuff, I think. That's how I see it. But before that, let's see what else is going on the table. I have this cup over here. Got it from Amazon. To be honest, it's a bit smaller than I thought it would be. Once I got it, I figured out that I probably need to order something a bit bigger. But yeah, I like the way it looks, because it's just simple black all around. And as you can see, basically I can tell you that the way I designed my setup, I went for very simple, clean black vibe. I call this design the Batman. A lot of black products that give this a very clean and basic but elegant touch. Every product that I buy, I have only one question.
Does it come in black?
So yeah, that's how I chose the cup. That's what I'm trying to say. I have those little simple plants, if you wonder what's going on under those. Those are just coasters. Why I did that, I don't know. I just think it looks cute on a coaster. I don't know, it's weird, I know. But yeah, I got it on coasters. Also, I have Xbox controller. Actually, I need to get a black one to fit my setup. Yeah, but it's okay. One day I'll change it, I'll upgrade. Let's talk mouse and keyboard, guys. So for both mouse and keyboard, I'm using Logitech. I'm using, for the mouse, the Logitech Superlight 2. Actually, even though it doesn't say on the mouse Superlight 2, it is Superlight 2. A fantastic wireless option, really love it, very comfy, very light. So the keyboard, as I said, also by Logitech. This is the Logitech Pro X TKL. I love this keyboard, the way it sounds, and you can, through the app of Logitech, adjust the lights. So I went for this kind of orange brownish, looks like a kind of a wood on the keyboard, but only the WASD and the arrows, I chose to get those white. Oh, also those buttons over here, I adjusted those to be white as well. I really like the way it looks. I really like the volume thingy over here, that you can adjust the volume through this. And yeah, all in all, I'm very, very satisfied with this keyboard. I think it's the best keyboard that I had personally. Not the cheapest option, but definitely not the most expensive. So I think it's a very nice sweet spot. I think it works very well for me, at least. What else? Mouse and keyboard, of course. They are on a mouse pad by SteelSeries. And also, again, flat, black. Don't get me wrong, by the way, if you like more colorful setups and RGB and all that, I think those look fantastic, to each his own. Oh, the desk, by the way, the desk, of course. Actually, not too much to say about the desk. I think, yeah, just a desk by IKEA. So that's all I got to say about it. I liked it because it got those drawers, so those are very useful. I think that's it, the monitors and the PC. And that's it. We got there, guys, to the main part of the video. I think that's what you really want to hear. What monitor and what PC do I use? Probably And yeah, let's talk about that. So I have two monitors with basically the same settings. They are both 27-inch and they are both G-Sync supported. They are both 2K, aka 4040p, aka QHD. So yeah, you got what I'm saying. And they're fantastic monitors. So basically, not until long ago, this was my main monitor. And the reason I've upgraded it, I had a secondary very crappy monitor and it got very old, so I got rid of that and got a new monitor. So then this one turned into my secondary monitor. This is by Asus, the PG279QE. It's a great monitor, and you have G-Sync, which, by the way, G-Sync, it's a fantastic feature. I recommend you have G-Sync if you're a gamer. And actually, I think most monitors today support G-Sync or FreeSync, one of those. I think G-Sync is supposed to be a bit better, but if you have one of those, you should be fine. So this monitor is 85 Hertz, yeah, and it's 8-bit colors. So my newer monitor, which became my main monitor, it's a bit better because this one it's 10-bit color and it is 144 Hertz. So yeah, that's a nice thing to have. And this one is by LG. This is the LG Ultra Gear 27-inch monitor. I'd say like they are almost identical in the picture quality, in the colors, even though this one is 10-bit and this one is 8-bit, but they're both fantastic 27-inch 2K monitors. They're both great. I really love those. The only real advantage it has over the Asus monitor that I got is the fact that this one supports 144 Hertz. We got to the last part of the video. Let's talk about the PC itself, what I'm using, and what are my specs, because I think that's the most interesting and important part of the video. Oh, last thing before I talk about the PC, I'm so sorry. I also use the UPS. You can see that over here. It's by APC. A UPS is a great thing to have, I think, for anyone, but if you're recording videos, long videos, then even more, because you don't want a power shortage to, make your PC shut off and then you lose the recording. It's very rare, obviously, but it's just, give you that confidence that everything is going to be fine. It gives you, this one specifically, I think, gives me about 15 minutes to save my progress and shut down in case something will happen. Okay, let's talk about PC. As you can see, I have two PCs. Why I have two PCs? Well, because 8 months ago, I bought a new rig because my previous setup was getting a bit tired and old. It's not that I'm using two PCs to record. I'm using only this main PC for recording and gaming and all that. And that became my secondary because it's already old, but I'm still keeping it. Sometimes I use it every now and then, like rarely, but I still use it sometimes. Anyways, this PC, let's talk first about the older PC. I think, let's get it over with because I think this one is more interesting, so I'll keep the best for last. So this one, my previous PC, the old one, which served me for 3 years faithfully, and it's still working. I love it. It's basically an i7 9th generation by Intel, i7-9700K, which was a great processor. When I bought it, it still can run a lot of things, but yeah, it's already old by today's standards, in gaming at least. Here I got the 2070 Super. I got 32 gigabytes of RAM. I got this, CPU cooler by Be Quiet. The thing I liked about this PC more than anything, it's silent. Even when the fans are going full speed, it is a silent PC. You cannot hear it. My newer PC, I got a water cooler, but it's the fans are way louder. It's not like crazy loud, but if I compare the two, then definitely you can see the difference. You can hear the difference. Definitely the best thing I liked about this PC, you cannot hear it ever. The case itself is a very basic, actually that was a very cheap option, but it did work. It's by Zalman. It's not a very familiar case. I doubt if you heard of this company. It did work though. It did work. For quite a while I was satisfied. And now, that's it. We finally made it to my main PC, where I'm gaming from today. My beast. It is a beast, and I think it's fantastic. For 8 months now, it served me, and it's still rocking perfectly and running latest games. It's a way more familiar case. This is the Corsair 4000 5000D. It's a fantastic case in terms of air cooling, the airflow of this case. This one and the 5001 by Corsair, amongst the best in terms of air cooling. I think it's not the best looking case. I'm not a big fan of this net-like look at the front, but again, in terms of airflow, and that's important, it's a fantastic option. Inside the case, what's happening here? My specs, my current specs, and how I game today. I got 4070 Ti by RS, and it's a fantastic GPU for 2K gaming. It can easily run a lot of games on 4K as well, newer games. It's a beast. However, definitely if you want to get the best of the best and play on 4K exclusively with high FPS, you should go for 480 or 490. However, as I said, for 2K gaming, the 4070 Ti, it's an amazing option, and as I said, 8 months already and still kicking and living amazingly. Yeah, fantastic card. Expensive, but you know, that's Nvidia. All their cards are expensive if you consider other options, but it does the job. It definitely does the job. Here as well, I'm using an Intel processor, which is the i7 13th generation, this time way better, way more efficient, also hotter. It runs hot, but that's why I got this liquid cooling by NZXT. This is the NZXT Kraken 53, I think. Yeah, so here's the thing, if you got an i7 13th generation, go for a 3 fans water cooler for sure. So what I have, it does the job. Actually, it can handle it, but that's like the bare minimum. So one thing I kind of regretted after getting this case, I had a bit problem of fitting in because the GPU is so huge, I cannot fit the liquid cooler on the front, so I had to put it on the top, and on the top it can only handle 2 fans. That's a 240 liquid cooler. Thankfully, because I'm limiting the power of the CPU to 200 watts, it can handle it. However, if you don't want to limit the CPU watts and you want to use its entire power, you want to use 3 fans water cooler. But still, even under this limitation, the i7 13, it's a beast. It is a beast. Fantastic CPU in terms of performance. I'm very satisfied. It is paired with 32 gigabytes of RAM by Corsair, and this entire package fit on an Aorus Elite EX motherboard Gen 5. The RAM itself, it's a DDR5 as well. So yeah, it's a beast, as I said. Of course, you can get better. You can go for 4080, 4090. The options are limitless almost, but I'm very, very satisfied, guys. And there you have it. I hope you did enjoy watching it and you found it interesting. I was not sure if you'll find it interesting, so I hope you did. And that being said, a couple of more things I wanted to share. Since this is a sort of a vlogging video, I'll take the opportunity to talk a bit more about things I wanted to share. So first of all, regarding the game I'm developing, my very first indie game that I'm writing and developing, I did tell you about it a few months ago. I just wanted to say that in about 3 to 4 months, something of that sort, I'll have some major details and a big update regarding the game. Things are happening, it's cooking, it's a long process, a lot of work, that's why so far I did not have more details about it, but soon enough, in about, as I said, 3 to 4 months, I'll share some interesting details about my indie game, my upcoming indie game. And that aside, I just wanted to thank you again very, very much, for sticking around, for watching the content, people that been here for a long time, and also newcomers, people that just subscribe to the channel and join this journey. I appreciate it very, very much, and I hope I managed to express how much I'm grateful, but I am. I mean, just seeing people watching, commenting, subscribing, liking the videos, yeah, that's a big deal. Thank you very, very much, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching.